Good Tuesday evening. How is everybody tonight? This is Card Creating with Jean. My name is Jean Ducro. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from McFarland, Wisconsin, which is just south of Madison, our state capital. I hope you are all having a great day. I am. It was a wonderful morning to go out for a walk. Got that taken care of, and then I had a class this afternoon that some friends of mine, my sister included, came over, and we did the red set. What is that one? I can never remember the names of them. Oh, it's not there. I still have it over here. Here it is. The Traditions of Christmas. That's it. Anyway, so that was the class that I had this afternoon, and I was hoping to start working on the tutorials for the special delivery class that's coming up, but I was sitting and playing around and designing cards instead. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome. Glad to see you. Got on in time. Wasn't sure if you would. So we are going to be working with the Ornamental Christmas, or the what is the papers that we're using. It has a different name. Modern Christmas. So that suite of stamps, dies, and all the extra stuff that goes with it. And I think that you're going to enjoy what we're going to make tonight. It's going to be a little different. So we're going to do 2 fun folds, and we're going to make 1 ornament. And I'm fingers crossed. The last card that I'm going to make, I've got everything all stamped, cut out, and it just needs to be assembled. So that one should go pretty fast. I like the card so much, and I really wanted to show it to you. So that's what I thought we would do. And this light is just really bothering me. It's right in my eyes. There we go. That's better. So anyway, I'm ready to turn the camera down and get started because it's going to be a full night. I want to make sure that you get to see everything and that I don't keep you on here too long. So let's get the camera turned. Thanks, Rhonda, for sharing. I really appreciate that. Okay. See if we can. Now it always wants to come down a little bit. Maybe it's the other one. Now, oh, I think I know why. I've got my phone plugged in. Sorry about that. A little bit better once I unplug the phone. Okay, this is our set again. Just as a little review, we're going to use some of the other pieces that are in it tonight, and the stamps are over here, and this one greeting here says Merry Christmas. I have that one out on a block right now. Okay, we're going to start actually with, maybe I should turn on my iPad and get that going so that I can see any of the comments. I'm sorry. They left, and I had less than a half hour to get food down my throat, put on some makeup, and get back down here. I had 2 minutes to spare. So let me get this up here so I can see any comments that come in. There we go. Okay. So the first one we're going to do is going to be our ornament. And this one, I've fussed around a little bit with it, and I went ahead and die cut all the pieces. So we're using the beautiful paper and this tree design, and I just left a couple of them here. One that I scored and one that I didn't. I found that it was easiest to score these foiled sheets by putting them face down And then I'm just trying to line up the point here and the center of the base there. Ah, sticking to my hand. There we go. All right. And then when we fold them, we are folding them in like so. And I want to try to get them as close as possible. The first ones I made, I didn't do that, and I could tell there was a problem with how they lined up. And I've got 6 trees here that we're using. This one's going to have a little finagling on it. There we go. What's nice about this foiled paper is it's not as heavy as using cardstock. So there is a little forgiveness there when you need to bring it over just a little bit more on this one. If you don't have them all the way exactly in half, you'll notice it when you're putting them all together. I've got one of our brass rings, I think they're called, or gold rings, large gold hoops, excuse me, from the suite. You get, I think, 10 of them in the package, yes. Oh, Jean, put on your other glasses. It'll make them so much better. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're going to start by gluing a couple of these together. And again, you want to try to match them up as best that you can. And I'm going to use the mono green glue for that. That works fairly well when you're going on the paper side. If I was going to use this on a flat card, I would probably use the tape runner or the I don't think you'd need the Seal Plus, just the regular seal would work fine. Okay, so we've got 2 of them put together, and I'm going to add another one on here. We're not going to go too far before we look at putting the string on there. Because we want the string to be right in the center. Oops, let's get that over. That is way off. There we go. There. Yeah, we want the string to be in the center. And on Saturday, I ended up going out because I wanted to add something a little bit more to this. And I bought some beads. Michael's happened to have their beads 60% off, the ones that are on the strings. And I don't know if you can see this bead is a black bead, but it's got gold swishes, threads, whatever you want to call it, running through it. And let's see, I do need, what did I do with the thread? Did I put it back? Oh, I think I might have. Well, that doesn't seem right. I guess I must have. Oh, it's sitting right here. Good Lord. If it was a bear, it was going to bite me. Didn't want to open a fresh pack unless... Okay. So, in working with this, I discovered that it was probably easiest, because I've made a few of these now, to start from the bottom and work my way up. So we are going to actually put this through, find the hole here. Right, there you are. And we're going to put this through, and then we're going to tie a knot And I'm going to run it through twice because I want the knot to be a little bit larger to make sure that it does not pull through the bead. And I want a little bit hanging down below because we're going to unfurl this and brush it out. Okay, so, and then I feel that this works best if you put a little glue dot on the bottom. It will help hold things in place. I'm just going to roll up a glue dot. I don't know if there's a top and a bottom to this. I'm going to go right here because it looks like there's a little indentation here. Okay. And we are going to tie this on. And I'm going to bring this up give it a good amount at the top. Okay. I'm just going to wrap this around and tie it. This is really difficult for you guys to see, I'm sure. Hi, Shar. Thanks for sharing, Shar. I haven't found an easier way of doing this, so I hesitated even showing you this, but I had mentioned that I was going to make an ornament, and then I wanted to show you that. Okay, so we've got that in place. Now I'm going to go ahead, we're going to add some glue in here. I've tried it with tear and tape. I don't think it really matters. We are going to try to lay this down somewhat and put this on here. It's just one of those projects that you do that it can be a little messy. I'm just going to put that in there. I'm going to try to get that as centered as possible. Maybe I'll try my take your pick tool here. Well, maybe the tear and tape would be better. I might just switch to that. There we go. Now I'm getting somewhere. I should have let the glue set up a little bit, I guess, before I put this in. Okay. Maybe we will go ahead and put our little glue dot at the top, so that will really hold that in place. Like I say, I'm kind of doing this on the fly here tonight because I know what I've done and hasn't worked, and I tried putting a bead at the top too, and it was just an epic fail. So there. That's going to be good. We're still going to put more layers on. I've got 6 of these trees cut. There, we'll get it at least that far. Okay, let's get some more trees on here. this one on this side. And we can kind of decide how many trees we want to go with. 4 just didn't seem like it was enough. I don't know if maybe it should be, well, that one's got to come down just a little bit. Trying to match up those bases on the bottom here. That is where I discovered I was off most frequently. Okay, we'll add another one. Oh, that's not glue. Hopefully I'm in camera. I should look quick. Yes, I am. Okay. I did the wrong side. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I have the same problem when I'm making cards. I think I get it in place and it's not. Okay, bottom is okay. Let's do all 6. Why not? And then you can tell me what you think. This doesn't use a whole lot of DSP, I can tell you that. This one seems like it might be the best one yet. All right, let's see what we got so far. I'm going to try a bead at the top. I'm a glutton for punishment. It was trying to get it tied into place that my problem was, and I don't think I'm going to worry about it. We're going to do a loop here for hanging it on the tree, and I'll just get it down as close as possible. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Flip it around. A couple of these are together yet. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. Little M down there, so don't lose it. Okay, that's not bad. And I'm also going to tie a bow around the top. I think that would be kind of nice. We're going to try a double bow. I don't know how successful that will be. This is very slippery, but let's try it. Oh, wait a minute. Let's try it the right way, Jean. I'm going to put it right there. What did I do? Did I do something wrong? No, I guess no. I missed one of the loops. Let's try that again. I thought it seemed like there was only one that went through. Okay. There. Got it. think I like it. It's too much. A single bow is the best. See, good thing I didn't cut it. But okay. Single bow it is. And if you have any other ribbon that you want to use, would look really awesome on this. I got to do this sideways, I think. I just thought that adding that beads on there would just give it a little more, class it up a little bit more. And there you have it. I'm sure that if you have other dies or things that you want to do that you wanted to add on to this up in here, would look really nice. But I just wanted to show it with the actual suite only. There are other sets that have little sprigs of evergreen and things. Would look really pretty in black, white, and gold going around there as well. So, there's number one. I'll just hang this over to the side. Now let's try number two. Okay. Get it out of my little basket here. We are using black cardstock for the base. And it is an 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And then we are actually going to cut 2 inches off this front panel. And I won't be using that, so we'll put that aside. Okay. Now, I grabbed the dies from the branching out set, which is the one I'm going to feature on Saturday night's video. Has these beautiful dies in here in a plethora of sizes. There's 2 more of them right here. And I went ahead and cut them out. So we have 1 gold, 1 black, the next size down, and the 1 white. So I think what we will do is we're going to put this aside for just a minute. We are going to do a little heat embossing on this. And we're going to do, oh, you know what? I didn't put, that's great. I didn't put it on a block. We're going to die cut this tree on there. And we're going to emboss it, excuse me, in black. Get my stuff here. Thought I was so prepared, and I guess I really wasn't. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. Glad you loved it. It's just something simple and for that ornament. Okay. You like the beads? Yeah, I thought they added a nice touch. Okay, I'm going to line this up so that this is lined up with the center of the tree, just so I know when I put it down on here that it's going to be centered. Okay. bring this down just a wee bit. I gotta double check that because that does not look straight. Move it over just a smidge. That's better. Give it a little more juice. Just wasn't looking very straight when I put it down here. Okay. Guess we won't have to worry about that anymore since they're not going to have the red rubber stamps. All be on the clear ones, which I kind of like. All right. Now, what did I do with my... Here it is. Black embossing powder. I feel really out of sorts because I wasn't down here ahead of time. I'm usually down here at least 20 minutes before I go live, making sure all my ducks are in a row. Well, I just took off more than I wanted it to. Take your pick tool is a great thing for getting those little specks off. All right, we'll go with that. All right. I think I'll probably do best if I use my tweezers. I'm going to try to do the back side so that I don't blow off any more of the embossing powder. That looks pretty good. Still some specks, but not too bad. It looks like I've gone over it with and splattered a little bit, just slightly. Okay, well, let's go ahead and mount these on here. And I'm just gluing this directly on. I'm not going to pop this up. Probably should have used my stamp and seal on this, but we'll just hold it for just a minute so that it doesn't move around too much. As it likes to do on the foil paper. Okay, let me give you the dimensions of these. Where did that go? I wanted to show you. This is such a cool set. That's what I was playing with today. I think that's this one. Yes. Okay, so the second, it goes the second smallest, This one must be the black one. Yep, this is the black one. So the third, and then this would be the fourth. So I just went incrementally what we're using there. And then we're going to grab a piece of our DSP, and this is 2 1/4. So I have to cut this down a little bit because we just have a slight, it's like 2 1/8. Oh no, 2 1/4. And I want it to be 1/8 of an inch shorter. Let me see. Reach for my cutter and it wasn't where it was supposed to be. Okay, I'm going to cut the length first. And I want the length to be, this is 5 1/2. I want the length to be 5 3/8. So just 1/8 of an inch shorter. Okay. And then the width, again, we gotta look, 2 1/4. Yeah. So I want it 2 1/8. Sure that we get this straight. There we go, and that should fit on here pretty good. All right. Now for this, I definitely will use the tape because that will show a bump where the mono glue is, because this DSP is just a little bit thinner. And there we go. And then the opposite side of this little piece of DSP is the polka dotted side, and I'm going to put that over here. So I'm going to cut that at 5 1/4, or 5 3/8. I need to engage my brain before I engage my mouth. And then what we have remaining here is 2 inches, and this is 2 1/4. I just want it to be, I think on my sample I went right up to it, so we're going to do it at 2 inches. 2 inches. 2 inches. I should have had that cut off already. Okay. And then that will go in here like so. I just wanted the one small edge showing, not have it doubled up. Other side, Jean. If you were hollering at me, I heard it. Okay. There. And then our inside piece I have cut at 2 inches. And that's going to go in here. But I will stamp that first. But let's get our front finished. So this is going to go on here. I'm just going to glue that on here so that it's kind of centered on the card. So about halfway across on this. I don't want to go any further than that. Make sure I'm doing the right side. Yes, I am. Okay. Center that. And then down here, I thought we would sneak in our sentiment. I think I have enough room here. I do. And we are going to stamp Merry Christmas and Happy Wishes. Now that's using the, gotta get a different stamp set now, goodness. I think it's the Jolly Delivery. Yes. Okay. And this was the stamp that I had issues with on my other set. The E on Wishes was almost non-existent. So I got a new set. This isn't 100%, but it's much better, and I'm going to show you what you can do to correct that. So we're going to sneak this in black. And I think I'm going to use this mat here to make sure I get a good image. Okay, sorry if my head's in the way. Now if you look, you can see that the E still is not perfect. And that is where this little 0.4 Stampin' Up! Pen comes in handy. And I basically only need to add a little bit of a couple dots there, and you got your E. It's perfect now. And I'm going to go ahead and measure this out. Cut that off right there. And I'm going to use my scissors when I can find it. And we're just going to slip that in here. And this I will pop up with dimensionals. One on each end. Yeah, I get that in there better than that. I think I need to cut just a little bit more off of this, sorry. I want it just to fit there. Okay. Inside. We are going to add some twine. This one we're going to use the lighter one, which is the gold and the white. And we're going to wrap this around twice. And we're going to tie a bow up here near the top. So I'm just going to This is stiff. Stiffer than the black is. Come on. Oh, for Pete's sakes. There. Come on. I feel like I'm all thumbs here tonight. think I want to bring this down just a smidge. It's one of those days. There we go. Just a smidge. That's all I needed. And this is really curly. There we go. That's better. Okay. Inside. What do we do with the inside? Hoping this Christmas is the most magical yet. And that's from the same set too, I think. Yep. Hoping this Christmas is the most magical yet. That's this one up here. It is. I don't know why I put everything away. If I can get that one off, I'll just use the same block. And yes. I'm telling you, I don't know. I design these cards and I think I forget as soon as I design them because I'm on to the next card. It's like, what do I have on the inside? I know there's something else with it. Oh yeah. Okay, we're just going to add this up here. And get these back in the box so I don't lose them. And we are going to add another tree in here. I think it will work quite well. Oh, that one needs to be cleaned a little bit more than that. Well, we'll do that afterwards. Okay, so let's grab our paper, and I'm going to grab the sheet that has the trees on it. Let's see. There's a little piece of it down here, but I don't think it's going to do me. Nope. Alright. What we want is we're going to fussy cut one of these trees out. I think I'm going to do this set of 3. Is there enough room here for it? There is. And we're going to add that to the bottom. My sample only has a single tree in. How are we doing for time? It's not too bad. Since we're almost done with this one. And we're just going to add that right down here at the bottom. I don't like that over there. That was kind of a miss. I can do a better job of fussing cutting. There we go. Okay. Ooh, put the cover on the black ink, Jean, before you have a problem. Okay. This I will go ahead and, oops, sorry about that. Put some of this on. And we will just add this down here. And since I have it out, I'm just going to go ahead and use it. Why not? Yep. Try to line these up. Like so. And there's our second project done. And here is the one that oh, we got to add these guys. Forgot about those. I need to bling it up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. We used the medium. We'll put that one up there. I love how we can interchange these things between sets, how well they go together. And there you have it. Number 2. Oh, I forgot that at the top. Oh. Well, unfortunately, it's a little late now. That would have been pretty. Tell you what, if when we do our drawing, if that person wants this card, I will send this one with the star at the top. How's that? I think that's a pretty good deal. All right, now the next one that we're going to do, I actually have everything cut, everything measured and written out. It's just going to be assembly. But let me get a few of these things cleaned up. I got a catastrophe here on my hands. Okay. This is also a fun fold. And we are going to add one of these gold hoops to our card. All right, so our base is 4 1/4 by 11, so it's the long way, and we scored it at 5 1/2. This is our base. Oh my goodness, get some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, then our next piece is a piece of white that's 4 by 10 3/4. I scored it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And that's the way you fold it. So it's a mountain and valley. And that is going to go on the front here. I'm going to go ahead and put that on right away. I know that's going to want to stick. Probably not. And that I will use the green glue. And I feel like I need to actually go over this with my alright. Where did that go? I used it for the, there it is, bone folder. These edges don't feel crisp, and I want them crisp. And then this one. Okay. So the card is going to open up this way. And we're adding this to the front. Okay. I'm glad you liked that card. So it's just a little bit smaller. I feel like I need to, like there's black on here from the embossing. Okay. Then we are going to take our hoop. And we're going to need some of these. And I went ahead and did all the stamping. I'm going to arrange this. Get these up here. Okay. So first the sky can have, put it away. We're going to put the top of the ornament on. This is embossed with black embossing powder. Add our gold top to the ornament, like so. And I think I'll go ahead and add these on as well. See if I can get it to a little bit Okay, that's done. We've got our Christmas tree here. This one I'm going to have to use the glue. And I cut out, there is a die that cuts out a whole bunch of the circles. And of different sizes right here. And those that I just put on here, you get 2 of them in the set, and there's 2 of them. So if you're cutting them out together, you can make fast work of that. We are going to add some circles on our tree here. And we've got a star for the top. Put that on. Get our decorating done first because it'll make it easier to put together, I think. Okay, so we got 2 smalls, and that is going to be with this. Okay, so I'm going to go here, 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 here. Yeah, okay. Take your pick tool, Jean. Where'd you put it? There it is. Some of this is going to get covered up. Oh, get on there. Should have one more here, I thought. I don't. Got just a smidge of glue on my finger. Well, I need one more. I guess I am going to cut something. I was not able to use my big cutter this afternoon, so I had to resort to the small mini. Come on, go in. There we go. Sorry. There's our one little one that we needed. Okay. I've got a room that's a mess after this class. Lots of stuff to put away. Okay. Now, we are going to assemble these guys together. And then we are going to put them on the hoop. So I'm going to just be kind of going back and forth here. And this guy's going to come in here like so. And I think this is going to fit pretty well. I tried doing it on the hoop and then layer them together. It just didn't work. Now let's see. Okay. So put some glue there. This guy. Here, I think. Okay, and we're going to just a little bit of glue underneath here. There. All right, now we're gonna put that on here. And I'm just going to put some of these glue dots. Oh, that one's done for. Good thing I have another roll. Underneath. I want to get them rolled up though. Not. So that they stick on just the, there. Okay, so I'm going to put one right here. And this is the tedious part. But it looks great when it's done. I could be doing this on the mat. I forgot about that. If I would have been smart, I could have probably put a bunch of these together into a little ball. Okay. Did I not get glue on there? I sure did. Oh, I see my problem is it's not flat. Okay, one more and then we're going to go back to the card. Sorry, this is taking a while. Just one over here. Okay. Now, the card. I've got a piece of the Fa-La-La paper that's 3 7/8 by 2 5/8. That's going to go down here. Sorry, paper. I know you're so pretty on this side, but I haven't used this one yet. I have to come up with something. So pretty. You want Fa-La-La down here. And then I have a larger piece of the same paper. That's 3 7/8 by 5 inches, and that's going to go back here. I just didn't get any out of this corner. There we go. Oops. Best to do it right side up. Okay. Now these guys are going to be mounted on here, but we're going to pop them up with dimensionals. Now we have to remember that we're only doing the lower section, so I should probably take a look at where we can go. Up to about here on the tree. Okay. And put one there. I'm going to grab a mini to go over here. There. That should be very well adhered. So, okay. Now the card opens in here, and we have a piece of white cardstock that's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 that I've already added the sentiment, Merry Christmas and wishing you peace and joy. And that is from this set. I'll put that on. And there we have it. And we have a card that stands up like so. And am I still live? It looks like I am. That I froze. Can you guys see this, or did I freeze for you too? My screen is plugging along here. Well, hopefully you saw that, and because I froze on my end when I looked up. Ugh. Okay. So this is our card. This one may take a little bit of extra postage. It's not terribly thick. It's just that it doesn't bend. And I know that's one of the things when I've taken cards to the post office and I ask them if this is too thick, and they look at it and they go no, but then they always take and they try to bend it. And if it doesn't bend, like if I've used a lot of the foam adhesive sheets on the back of it, it won't bend. They will make me add more postage onto it. So sorry about that, Char. I don't know what's wrong with this that it keeps doing that. But this is our card. And I think it's very, very pretty with the gold. I wasn't sure about using the dark background, but it still worked out pretty well. Oops, got that one upside down. So hopefully, if you weren't able to get the measurements, I'm hoping that they will show up on the replay. If not, I will have to write them out and post them with this, so that if that's something that you would want to do. I think it's a stunning card. It's just an easel card, but I like the fact that you can see through this in the back. So now let's have our drawing before we freeze again, okay? And you know what? I didn't go through and write down. You know what? I can't do the drawing. Hang on a second. Maybe I can do it yet. Let me go off that there and go back to... I got to see how many people we're on. Oh, yeah. Because I forgot to write the list. I always write the list before we do this. Hang tight, guys. Let me get everybody's name down. Let's see. I always do this from the newest and go down to the bottom so that I get people in the order that they came on. Ay, ay, ay. I am so sorry. Okay. Let's see. Pam. Lori. Carol. Kathy. Carrie. And okay. All right. We can do it. Come back up to you guys so I can get on the live here and see it. All right. Let's see who gets one of these two. Both very pretty cards. And it is number 8. Rhonda. You lucky dog. One or the other is yours, and I will mail it to you. Let me know which. What's the date today? 16th. So just let me know which one, and I will mail it to you. Merry Christmas or 'Tis the Season. And then I'll pull what we did tonight back. The Merry Christmas one is yours. Tag on the back so I know which one to send. Okay, we'll send it to you. So this is the one we made tonight. And this one and our ornament. I don't think I'd be able to mail the ornament. But if it happens to be that one of you that I'm going to be seeing on the first wins next drawing, which will happen next Tuesday, because Saturday night is a recorded one, I can bring it to you at when we meet on the first, so I can make it work if that's the one that you want. Anyway, have a great evening and enjoy the rest of your week. Oh, I looked at the list of items that are back ordered or nearly back ordered. There's nothing from the new catalog listed. It's all like some of the stamp ink is on low inventory, but there wasn't anything on back order, so yay! You can order what you want to. And don't forget, I sent out a list to those that I have your emails that Thursday they're offering 15% off any tools and any stamp sets. So this is just stamp sets only. It's not the dies, so it's not a bundle. It would just be the stamps. And so that's for Thursday only, one day only. So if you need something or you need help ordering, let me know, and I would be happy to put an order in for you on Thursday if that's what you would like. So have a good week. Stay healthy and enjoy the warm weather we're having this week, because you know it's not going to last. See you next week. Bye-bye.